All right, we better give it up one more time for our Class A third place Goodhue Wildcats. A lot of fun to watch you ladies up there. I know, yesterday may not have been the exact outcome you wanted, but today you showed grit, you showed courage, that leadership. You came today, you played hard, and every day up there you made our community very proud. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce head coach Josh Weemy.
Keep it brief, quick. Great job. Pretty sensitive here. Well, I'm just going to start introducing other people. But thanks for being here. I know before I say much more, too much, I'm just very proud of this team. Very proud of how today went, and just really how proud of just how they've gone all year and throughout our playoffs and just this entire state experience. It's really a fun group to spend a few days with, and we had a lot of smiles off the court as well. But yeah, like I said, just feeling really good about how we finished our season. But before I say too much more, I want to give our coaches a chance to speak. And Mr. Stanton was really bothered that Kate went first last time. So we're going to let Coach Josh Stanton talk. Let's hear it for Coach Josh Stanton.
I'll start this off by talking about Tuesday morning. During my morning meeting with my students, I have a picture on the TV, and it's like all their daily assignments, what they need out and everything. And then I put a picture of the barn. And it was just empty seats, and kids are like, well, what's it like when you get down there? I'm like, well, when it looks like that, it's really nerve-wracking. But when you come out pre-game, there's 20 minutes on the clock, and the whole thing is purple, the whole side behind you is purple, it's a really good feeling. And that's not just moms and dads, brothers and sisters up there. That's the whole community of Goodhue, and they supported us throughout the whole tournament, whether it be section or whether it be in this June, section or in the state tournament. That was really cool. So thank you all for supporting us through that, or supporting these girls. Next, the seniors, Maya, Izzy, Kaylin, Avi, and Kendall. The time that you girls have put into this is amazing. The commitment, the leadership that they had. We have a fairly young team, and they stepped into those roles very easily and helped those girls. They're fun kids, they're great kids, they're great behavior, and I found out that they all have really good GPAs. I don't know what they were. They were really upset that they didn't get the gold award. I don't know, but yeah, I overheard them talking about that. They weren't too happy. So let's give those girls a round of applause. Next, I want to talk about that gray team. So Shelby, Macy, Mari, Rocket, and Whitney. Those girls and myself, we threw together Walker's offense in about 20 minutes. There was about 12 different about 10 different plays, whether it be baseline plays or their offense. And gave our starters and our role players a really good look, and it was really fun. So let's give those girls a round of applause. Then I want to talk about Ashley Barton. Coming into our program is very difficult. Going into any new program is difficult. She did 1 half JV, 2 half JVs. Today you're not playing JV. So she bounced around, and all year she stuck with it, and she played some really important minutes, got some very big baskets over the last 2 weeks. So I just want to give her a round of applause. One cool thing that you may have heard about, or maybe you saw it, if you were watching the Caledonia game that first night. Mr. Weemy and I sat behind the Caledonia bench for some Minnehaha, and all of a sudden our girls are like, hey, can we be the student section for them? Yeah, sure, go ahead. And the whole game they cheered and supported Caledonia throughout the entire game. It was a very good game. And then I counted it. On 12 different occasions throughout the remainder of the week, I had Caledonia people come up to me and just workers from the tournament just say how cool that was for our girls to support a team that, it was a bloodbath when we faced them. But then fully support them throughout the tournament, so that was really cool. So thanks for doing that, girls. It just shows that true character of all of them. 5 hard months of practice. Five months is a long time, and that's what it takes to do this. And they battled injury, sickness, and they stayed together the whole time. So congratulations, girls. Thanks for the memories, and let's do it again next year.
Then it was nice because Caledonia felt they had to keep cheering for us after we had done it for them, and they did. Like they were at our third place game today as well. It was pretty cool. I remember Kenzie was cheering for that Klug girl. She just shoved you, Kenzie. Our competitors look past it. So that was a really pretty neat time. Let's hear it for Coach Kate Upsahl.
Another big congratulations to these ladies here. And first off, I also just wanted to start by thanking you guys for all of the support for the team this week. Like Stanton said, it's always so cool to see the crowds that Goodhue brings to these events. And even, after a tough game on Friday, I think all of us still felt the pride walking out of the locker room with all of you guys in the hallway, cheering us on, ready to take pictures, wanting to talk to us. So. Thank you. I know that your support is very much appreciated for all of us. And I guess just the sideline off of that, I hope that you girls know how proud all of us coaches are of you guys as well. Obviously there were some outcomes that we had not hoped for up at the tournament, but I don't think that changes at all how much pride we have for what you guys accomplished this year for us coaches. There's very few teams in the whole state of Minnesota that made it to where you guys got to. So I hope you guys wear these medals with a lot of pride. I hope you carry that trophy, that ball, with a lot of pride, because it really is something to be proud of. And us coaches are super proud of you guys for that. So great job. There was, going back a few games after our section championship against Grand Meadow, the head coach, during his post-game interview, said something about our team that I think really, speaks true. I think he said something like, when we were preparing for Goodhue, it was just so hard to replicate what they did on the court in practice to even prepare for this game. And I think that's so true, and I think there's a lot of other coaches and a lot of other teams that probably watched your guys' film and felt the same way. Like, where do we even start to, prepare for this team? Because just the tenacity that you guys bring defensively, also offensively, is something that, a lot of teams can't even replicate to prepare for us. But then even off the court, I think this is a team that is very hard to recreate as well. I was gonna bring up us cheering for Caledonia as well. I know the coaches reached out to us, the Caledonia coaches reached out to us, and took that to heart. And like Stanton said, that was all of the girls' ideas. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to sit there and cheer for Caledonia. We certainly didn't ask them to do that, but that all came from them. And, just those things that are like second nature to them, they didn't even think about that. I don't think other teams would even to think about doing something like that. So, just a very unique atmosphere that these girls have created. And, I always talk about the energy that these girls bring to the game. Pre-game in the locker rooms, I always get told our locker rooms are super loud. Like, coaches will walk by and be like, oh my gosh, like, they're all singing in there, crazy. And even before we take the floor, these girls are always cheering, dancing, singing. And it's just something I don't hear from a lot of teams when I walk by, like visiting locker rooms or see other teams about to take the floor. The energy is never as matched. A very successful season, both on the court and off the court. I hope you girls all feel that same way. And again, Stanton said it, but thank you to the seniors on this team. All of them have shown leadership, just cheering each other on during practice, during games, and just showing that leadership. Wish you guys, the seniors, the best of luck on whatever you guys are up to next year. And thank you for a great season.
Well, speaking of the seniors, let's hear from our seniors. And if all the seniors want to come up, or if just the captains want to come up, I guess I can leave it to you. But I think we'd love to hear from some players if we could. Yeah, you gonna get them all? All right. Here they are. Go ahead. Close.
Yeah, Kate and Stanton said a lot, but I'm just really proud of this team and everything we've accomplished, and we worked so hard all season, and thank you guys for giving us the best season we could have asked for.
Yeah, I was also saying how I'm really proud of how hard all you girls have worked, and I'm thankful for all the opportunities we've created for ourselves, and also we wouldn't be able to have any of these opportunities without the support this team has given each other and the friendships we've built, and also the support from all the coaches, our families, the community, and we wouldn't be able to do it without everybody.
Yeah, our team's just really supportive this year, especially towards everybody getting injured and not having the best health, I guess. Everybody's very much lifting each other up, and it's just very great to see everybody there for each other when we needed them most. So yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much covered it, but just the support and how everybody on every other team supports everybody, and to all the parents for making us all the meals and goodie bags. It really helps us, and the community showing out to every game really helps our energies. So.
Yeah, I think the other girls said a lot of good things. I wanted to point out, obviously thanks to these coaches, because they've been with us, but also past coaches like Dan and John. I know I personally always think of what they've said to me, and I know I never forget John Sprint in the back of my head. I'm always thinking Sprint. But seriously, this group of girls has been so fun to get to know, and I'm so thankful.
That's awesome. Well done, seniors. My biggest thank you just to this team, and I kind of want to go through them a little bit, and I'll start with our managers, Kate and Lily. And you guys, I'm going to make a stand up here. It'd be good to get our legs, just let the blood flow a little bit, right? One by one. Kate and Lily, and usually the 6th graders are the managers, right? Well, when they were 5th graders, no 6th graders offered to manage. And it just so happened I had an in with one of these two. And it's like, Kate, you want to do it? Do you have a friend that might want to do it? And she's like, all right. And Lillian said, yeah, I'd love to. Kate's like, I guess. And so they did it 5th grade. And then, of course, I think that was when Whitney and Ruby did it for playoffs. And then it was 6th grade. Like, well, you're going to do it 6th grade, right? I guess. And Lillian, of course, yeah, I can't wait. And so then when they were 7th graders, it was only right that they get to do the playoffs. And so they got some blue medals last year. Had a great time. And so then this year, it only seemed right to at least give them the option. And my point is, 4 years of managing these two did, and only a couple eye rolls. So thank you to you too. I'm gonna ask our coaches to stand up. Josh Stanton, Kate Upsahl, really, really blessed with I've had great coaches, and I can't talk him up too much. John's here, he'll get mad at me. But I've been very blessed with great assistant coaches and just a great coaching staff throughout my time here. And these two do a lot. They have great relations with the kids. They spend a lot of extra time. The second we have a matchup, like for, hey, who we're playing in state or who we're playing in the next round of tournaments, Coach Stanton has found videos and inbounds plays and stuff like that. He's just way ahead of the game that way. So they're very dedicated, and like I said, they've done a great job with their teams, and we're very, very lucky and grateful to have them. Thanks, you two. And just because Kate lives in Northfield now doesn't mean she can't keep it going. Kate. How about our youngsters, Ruby, Whitney, and Asa? You please stand up. We got, players that have kind of played at every level this year. But these are three that give you a reason to get excited about the future. And right now you want to live in the moment, you want to celebrate right now, but in the back of your head you look at these three and you're like, man, there's more good coming. And so I think these three, they bring a lot of energy, they bring a lot of talent, but they are hungry players, they're sponges that soak it all up, and the older kids are so good to these three, and welcoming and inclusive, and do their best to make them comfortable. So you look at these three, it feels like the future's bright. So thank you, youngsters. And now our sophomores. Go on and stand up, sophomores. Yeah, stand up. So we had Mari and Maya were kind of our later season call-ups, and Coach Stanton mentioned just the impact they made, and whether it's trying to get noticed or just helping the purple team, as we say, be prepared. And then we have Kenzie and Aubrey and Lola and Ashley. And thank you, Coach, for highlighting Ashley's journey. A lot of the times it was, hey, we're getting on the bus. Hey, Ashley, you're not going to play JV tonight. Or, hey, Ashley, we would always be changing last minute. Just always rolled with it. Never seemed to bother her. But Kenzie, boy, it was so fun to watch. Kenzie had that huge quarterfinal game. That was, it's just all the work put in, paying off right there. Aubrey and Lola, man, you two, they're so fun to coach. And, we don't want to tame it too much. You don't want to tame it too much. But really, really a fun group. This sophomore group, really strong group, and there's other sophomores in that class that play as well. It gives us a lot to be excited as we go forward. So thank you, sophomores. We got a great junior class as well. Shelby and Natalie and Macy and Ava. And this is a group, this group's been through a lot. Coming back from some injuries. There's a lot of work put in with this group here. And all sorts of different roles, but a very, very strong group. All four of these girls were, I know Ava was injured last year, but they were all on our varsity practices last year. So that's a lot of work that's getting put in, going against really good players. So great junior class. Thank you very much for all the hard work that you've put in this year and hopefully next year as well. Thanks, juniors. And of course, our seniors, Avi, Kendall, Maya, Kaylin, and Izzy. You guys stand up now. There they are. Senior groups are always very, very special. Avi and Izzy, and talked a couple times about the bad luck and misfortune they've had with injuries. Something that, their season wasn't over. Their season hasn't been over. Their role just changed, and they took on that mindset, and that's all on them, how they continue to just be a positive impact on this team. Maya and Kaylin, I think, had a lot of similarities. Minutes might change from game to game. And they would fluctuate, and it would depend on the matchup, depend on the game. And the thing is, never once did Maya or Kaylin go into a game where they weren't ready. They always were ready. Whenever they were called, they were ready from the second they hit the floor and made an impact. And you think of those four, whether it's the injuries, whether it's that role and always being ready. I mean, those are huge lessons that I hope our younger kids take away when you look at our seniors. And all five of those seniors of what you can learn from them. And then, of course, Kendall, just a result of so many things, and it starts with work ethic. It starts with some genetics, maybe a little bit. She come up some tall shadows in that Lodemeyer group, and it's not just because they're all tall. There's big shadows, and just work so hard to be the player she is, and to grow and improve, and then to just be a leader on top of that, and rally this team and keep them together. It was really, really a neat thing. So all 5 of these seniors, unique in their own way, so much that these young kids can learn from, and I thank you so much, seniors, for all you've done here. And Kaylin nailed it. If you have, I said this last year, if you have coached these girls in any level, at any time, would you please stand up if you've coached these girls? And I know some of you have. And you're like, oh, I only did a little bit. No, you did. Come on, please stand up if you have coached these girls at any level, at any time. I knew there were more. Thank you. That's when they're in like 3rd grade, right? 4th grade, and the ball's bigger in their head, and you talk about dribbling and passing and catching. That's hard, and it's we get to see them when they're talented and they're grown and they're strong, but that's where the foundation, the excitement gets started. Without that, they don't get to this point. So I hope you all can share in this. All the people that have worked with these kids, it's so important. Is Jill here? Where's Jill? Jill? Hiding? Hi, Jill. Thank you, Jill. You should get my first thanks and my last thanks. I also want to thank my kids. Bergen here. He's been pretty quiet. Bergen talked about Kate. Jen is here, I believe. Hiding. Yep. You guys sacrifice a lot too. But I love how involved you stay, and I love all the hugs I get from you after games. So I really thank you for all you do that lets me keep coaching. Even Charlie had to go to the kennel. Charlie sacrificed this week. People keep talking about the turnout from fans, and I know we say it a lot. It's real. It's a big deal, and it's when you see it today. It's easy to turn out and cheer for a winner. It's harder to come at 10 o'clock at Gangloff and get up, get excited. But boy, everyone's there. Everyone's there again and again. Like you said, it's not just parents. It's not just brothers and sisters. It's everyone. It's the whole town. So that support means so much. When these girls talk about being a tight-knit group and supporting each other, that's where it comes from. It comes from the support that they feel. And so it just feeds into each other in such a great way. I can't tell you how much it means to get so many positive messages from fans or from friends that after a tough loss or leading into a 3rd place game, those things mean a lot. And it reflects. It's not about banners are fun and great, and we want to win and we want to do our best. But this team and these girls and all of our teams and kids have support of our community no matter what the result is, because of the way they play, the way they care themselves. I was reading Benilde St. Margaret, who I'm sure just won their whatever championship in a row. Their coach had a line yesterday, and it was something like, we don't care about 1,000-point scores. We don't care about how many wins in a season, or we don't care about that. We're here about banners. Who was their head coach yesterday? We're here to hang banners. I don't know, that's a tough why to me. And that'd be great. It'd be great. It's fun when you do. But I think the support we get from you and from each other is, yeah, we want to, but man, we're here to be great people, play as hard as we can, represent our town well, and I think that's why we continue getting the great support. So that is a real thing. A lot of people said 3rd place means something. 3rd place, and it's just kind of the game itself. How can you respond to a tough loss? How do you pick yourself up off the mat? How do you pick your heart off the floor and scrape it off and try to get it ticking again? And that's a real hard thing. It's nothing's better than watching your kids celebrate, but sometimes there's a beauty in watching them go through a struggle, and then how do they respond to it? Our kids really showed it, spurred on by their family and friends. And 3rd does mean something. It means you get to finish with the win. means you get to finish on a high note. 3 years in a row, we've got to finish with the win, finish on a high note. So you should feel very proud of that, and I know I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud to be your coach, and once again, I want to thank you as a team for this great season. So thank you. Now, everyone can just relax, take a week or two off, because there's nothing going on coming up, right? This is it, we're good? Oh, we get to keep it going, right? All right. So take maybe a day or two, and it's going to be a lot of fun cheering on our boys' team, and we know they're going to get their support as well. Anyone else want to chime in? Any other players, or any parents, or any younger siblings? Want to? All right. Trophies here. Please take as many pictures as you'd like. And just once again, thanks to this team, thanks to this town and community, and let's keep having fun. All right. Thank you very much.